you doing?
Yay.
Woot. My name is Jessica McCormick. I'm the chair for BABSCon 2022. This is our kickoff meeting. We're still working out some of the, I don't know, well, I'm working out wrinkles anyway, because I had some technical difficulties. So, guess first topic on deck is marketing. We have members here representing IT, VIP relations, PR and marketing, children's programming. We have a representative from the board of directors, and we have charity and auctions. So the first thing that I proposed bringing up was marketing and PR. So that, and I want to emphasize, I said and PR, not NPR. Though I do like NPR. Yeah, we've done a little bit of discussing how we want to go about promoting stuff, and I'll let Nathan, who is our representative for PR and marketing right now, just touch on that.
So not sure exactly what I'm supposed to be saying. One idea that was brought up is the idea of doing 5 announcements over 5 days, similar in style to a Steven Bomb, for those who know what Steven Universe is. Although it would not be, of course, a Steven Bomb, it would, of course, be a Babs Bomb, B-A-B-S Bomb. Trying to figure out what exactly to say right now, so I'm stumbling over my words already. I apologize.
More coffee.
I don't drink coffee. I drink soda.
Oh,
anyways.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Also, we have somebody from Infodesk in chat, so.
Cool. So one of the other ideas that we've been floating is, let's see, for content, I would like to highlight stuff that's happened at past events in one of our Babs bombs. Just to get everybody excited about what we have to offer. And then as we get closer to the event, we'll start highlighting newer content to get everybody excited about what's coming up. How does that scan for everybody regarding content we want to share?
Sounds good.
Sound of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can also say that as far as announcements for the PR Babs Bomb goes, I already do have confirmation from several of our guests that were already signed with us from 2020 that are recommitting for 2022. So, you know, if we needed to do all 5 of them as guest announcements, we would be ready to do that.
Wonderful.
Presumably we have other things to announce as well, but just in case.
Personally, I would not be above reposting our BABSCon promo song thing every once in a while. You know, just like trash talking, like, thought you could get this song out of your head? Well, here it is.
You know, as it happens, we did a lot of the work for creating a new song a little while back. Like, we have the instrumentals and everything. We just would need folks to sing it and then animate it. But it was based on a similarly earwormy song called At the Con by Nerf Herder. And obviously it would be at BABSCon for us. Lyrics are ready. Like I said, instrumentals have been recorded. We'd want to probably reconnect with the original musicians and just see who we can wrangle to do the rest of it. like I said, everything was all lined up, but then, you know, the world happened.
Fire Nation attacked.
Damn
The
Fire
disease
Nation.
attacked.
Hello, all.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome to the party.
I swear I live.
Keep doing that. We
Uh,
need you. For the chat, which department are you representing?
I am Reg Lead, apparently.
Congratulations, you've been
Or
promoted.
or so I was told, and then the world happened. So
The Fire
Oh,
Nation
dear.
attacked.
Yes, the Fire Nation attacked.
Harry, can we make sure that she's on the registration group, mail group, so that way we can be absolutely sure that somebody's receiving and responding to those mails? That'd be nice.
that would be so nice.
Thank you. Actually, would you be okay also being added to info since a lot of registration related questions end up going there too?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. Also, Harry, add me to info just so that I'm getting those, and that way I can also potentially respond to them, because I know that we've had a bit of a backlog with those.
Y'all are doing the Lord's work in both a philosophical and secular capacity.
I also would like to.
Yeah.
Could I get 2 seconds to say one thing?
Mhm.
For the people tuning into the audience of this stream, we will be fielding questions at some point. So prep your questions if you've got them. We'll be trying to answer as many as we can.
Noted.
Thank you, Nathan. Yeah, I just for full disclosure, I don't have the stream chat up because I am running all of this on my Surface Pro, and I can't find the keyboard.
No
Lovely.
worries. I've got the chat pulled up on my computer right now, and I'm watching also on my phone.
Yeah. So just if it
Can,
seems like I'm
can you-
ignoring anybody, I do not mean to. I'm just very much in the dark in that department.
Can we get links to our streams put in the GoToMeeting chat, so those of us who don't already have them can follow along?
Do you mean the meeting notes, or do you mean? Sorry.
I say
In the
a,
side
a, link,
chat.
a link to the streams there's the GoToMeeting chat. If you're not familiar with it, in the GoToMeeting interface, okay, excellent.
I've never even used this interface before. I saw that. I'm like, oh, there's a meeting. I should probably join in.
Yeah, the meeting
instinct.
chat is, at least in the Mac client anyway, represented by a little word bubble icon in the upper right of the window, but I don't know how it is on like other OSs.
No, I've got the same.
Yeah.
I figured it's probably
Yeah,
the same.
just little word bubble just says chat.
Yeah, if you click on that, a little column will open up with the chat.
There we go.
Excellent.
Perfect.
That's the YouTube. Fantastic. Oh, that's just the chat. Even better. Fantastic.
All right. If we don't have anything else to discuss in PR and marketing at this time, which department wants to go next?
Go
ahead.
I honestly don't know what to say. I've never been put lead if anything before, so I'm like,
That's relatable.
Can we get a light smattering of applause for the new Reg lead?
Yeah.
Yay. Woo.
Now let's hope I don't fuck it up.
Oh,
No, I've never actually run anything before, and there was gonna be like a training to kind of pass it off, and then the
Fire Nation attacked.
Cove Apocalypse happened. So,
all right. So that is
so
something.
in
that we'll
all
need
honesty, I have no idea what to do.
So what we'll do then, in the side chat, Alex is reminding us that this is a family-friendly convention here. So
Apologies.
All good, all good.
Language.
Yeah, and
I mean, this is a
sometimes
peek
I'll
behind the curtain. You know, we're not at the con right
Yeah.
now.
And you know what? We are further than 2 minutes into the YouTube video, so we don't need to worry about demonetization, although I'm pretty sure this isn't monetized.
It's still getting into that business professional aspect of it, so I
Yeah.
totally got that.
So
Yo,
what I will... Mhm.
Is there also a link to the Twitch? Is that also happening, or is it just YouTube? Yeah, no worries, no worries. Just trying to
That's okay.
figure out what's what.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
We're good.
And that was valid. So for the notes, what we are going to want for reg lead or reg, under reg registration, training for the new reg lead.
Yes, please.
And that is something
Yeah, that's about right.
that's something that I can put some feelers out for. Who was our last registration lead?
I only know faces, I don't know names.
That's fair. My husband frequently says, I remember people, I don't remember names.
Right. She ran it in 2019. She actually was pretty awesome, and then she decided to step down due to, I guess, some internal drama.
Mm.
I don't know what that was about. I honestly have no clue. I don't care. She was cool, and then she was going to hand it off to who was our second in lead in time. And then I was approached. It's like, hey, do you want to be reg lead? I'm like, sure.
Oh, they had faith in you, so we shall.
Which scares me. I must have done something. What happened?
I can look that up as it happens.
I'm not sure the name, but she was cool. The second, he was awesome.
Yeah, because Shin sounds right.
So, but I mean, they were both great. And then I was approached. I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, we'll find someone better.
One of my pet projects for this cycle is building standard operating procedures. So if
Nice.
If somebody is incapacitated one way or the other, back to school injury, suddenly blessed with triplets, they can step away and somebody else can just step into it.
Fair enough. So it's essentially the backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a backup that we would like everybody to see before having a department dropped on them, but working with what we have, we shall do our best.
Agreed.
And
it's one of those. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
I was just going to throw this out there for the people watching in the stream. By the way, staff for Babs, we need help.
Always.
Yes, always.
We always need more people. The more, the merrier.
I swear we don't bite.
Much.
Much,
Not
unless provoked.
Look, if they're sticking their fingers in your face.
Well, that's provoking.
And not offering food, you got to make sure that the fingers aren't food.
I don't know. Lady fingers are pretty tasty.
True.
I may or may not be hungry.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, we should point out, speaking of food, we should point out that that's one of the many benefits of being BABS staff. I mean, obviously you get to attend the con for free and can experience
free food.
You can experience it while you're not on shift. Yeah, we feed you all weekend long. I mean, you could get away with not having to pay at all for food all weekend long, Friday through Sunday.
That works for me.
And we give you free staff T-shirt. It's all very cool. It's all very cool. And
we're like, it's not really a job; it's a family.
And while we don't provide active assistance for hotel, we will hook you up with other folks to make it nice and cheap per person. So yeah, it's a pretty good gig.
Cheaper rooms, that also works. Oh, actually, that reminds me. So, just to make clear, just make sure there's no misconception. While I'm in the department for like staffing and like at the charity room, I'm not the one like in charge. Just to make sure, like in case there was any misconception about that.
Mm.
I just saw the announcement for a staff meeting. I was just like, oh well, I want to be professional. It's my first time staffing at a convention, so I should join. But yeah,
It's your first time staffing at a con ever?
Yes. I mean, granted, I did do Babs online like a couple months ago, but
Cool.
I mean, in terms of like in person.
Yeah, I really like, I love that technology has given us this opportunity. Last year, the first online convention we did, it really paved the way. It like streamlined a lot of understandings on how much work goes into a convention.
Oh, no doubt.
Some people who thought, oh, I'm just going to show up and lift stuff, they say, oh, online will be easier. No, at the end of the weekend, we had people really, really drooping.
No doubt.
I still have flashbacks.
So just for everybody in chat, could we post the link for volunteer and staff positions from our website?
I will try and get that right now.
Thank you. And how many people do we have viewing today?
We've got I believe 11 right now. Let me double check the number real quick.
Great.
I will get that number in just a second. I'm trying to find the link for staffing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. It's in chat.
Okay, thank you.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Although the list of available positions probably needs updating, but there it is.
Welcome back, Alex.
Thanks.
All right, if we are there any more questions about registration?
No, that's the basic. Once I get the basic training on how stuff works, I pretty much know the rest.
And there's a little bit of a learning curve whenever you come into a new position. So
of course,
if you feel overwhelmed, just take a breath, give yourself that space to feel overwhelmed. It's kind of normal.
Oh, this ain't my first Appaloosa rodeo, so
wonderful.
For anyone here that knows me, I've been on Reg since Babs started, so
awesome.
I know the gist.
Thank you for your work.
Oh, not a problem. Because apparently I make it run. I don't know how, but okay.
That's how you know it's working.
Right?
So do we want to move on to Viper? If you're ready, Alex.
Yeah, hi. Let me just get to a better, nice, isolated space in this store.
Yeah. Let's see. Since right now we're largely remote, does IT need any help?
IT. Well, that's kind of been the question, because as IT head, I've been trying to do a lot of things in the background that have largely been non-visible. So it's kind of hard to describe what I do. We have actually Gilliam, who's my second, who's been providing also help with the physical aspects and servers and things. So it's mostly just time and effort needed to do some upkeep with programs and stuff. For my part, and I'll probably put that as notes while Alex is still getting things going on his side, is I'm working on the registration system, You know, right now we've got the front of the line registration working okay. You can buy a badge and buy your add-ons, but obviously things are approved. Able to be improved at from all over the place. So there's lots of things in the pipeline to get improved, especially like on the back end where our attendees don't see all the um, the actual editing, badge editing and things like that. But it's just you know taking getting time off of work and side projects to actually focus on doing that. Um, so um, like I said, if anyone is interested, actually, I actually have a GitHub. You can post me at on the Discord. I can show you where it's at, but it's very much a work in progress. And basically, that's as that's concerned. Yeah, I said it's Conquest version 3 is still in the pipelines. Um, and that's basically my biggest project at the moment for this upcoming con is getting that working so it's more streamlined, and basically working on more devices than our laptop computers, because that's one of the things that has happened in the past, and for when we're doing um, the helping figuring out what panels are and what staffing is available. All aspects of the back end is a little more difficult to do if you're not on a desktop computer. And we've had execs have only like an iPhone or an iPad, and
Right.
it's very unfriendly for mobile at the moment. And I'm planning on working to help fix that, so that even if you're at the con, and Con Crescent is not is available, it's like, oh well, I just need to look up something real quick, and it's just not very easy to get there, especially with mobile. So that's going to be the focus on that, for this year's is to actually get the back end reworked with the UI, and hopefully a little bit of more offline savings so that we don't have to worry as much about being DDoS like we were last con,
Right.
because that was
Or
fun. So.
relying too heavily on Wi-Fi when we just need to look something up.
Yeah, having more things that are able to be cached on an authenticated account, things like that of that nature. But it's just back end coding, which is always fun and interesting to those who code. But yeah.
Would you need anybody with coding experience to help out with reworking Concrescent or making our UIs more mobile friendly?
Yeah, so for the stream, Concrescent is being written into Vue.js with the Vuetify UI framework, and the backend for that is actually currently being powered by MySQL and PHP. So I've been working on updating that. A lot of things have been moved over for the initial API access, but not all of it. And just things of that nature is mostly just getting the screens working, so that they communicate to the API, and the API talks to the database, for the most part. I'm not sure why my internet is being really bad at the moment. I am sorry, stream, but I'm looking at OBS. It's like, oh, you're getting 101 kilobytes per second. That's not good. But yeah, that's kind of the biggest problem. Is like, yeah, we the PHP side of the API is a little interesting to work with, but moreover, it's just getting the screens translated over. And before I can even get that started, is I actually wanted to revamp how badges were done, which involves database changes. Which, like I said, it's a whole bunch of things that are in progress, but needs to be done in order.
Let's see if we can find you some, I don't want to just say more hands, but the appropriate number of hands that might lighten the load a bit. Yeah, perfect. If you can list the skills that you need to make things easier, let's see if we can find volunteers.
Also, real quick, hello to Rick and Scott Kindersley, who have recently joined the chat.
Yes.
Hello. Sorry, I'm late.
You're good.
All good. You're here.
Yeah.
What departments are you guys representing?
I am the arcade lead.
And
And Scott?
Got a mic on?
Hello.
Hi.
Usually Viper related.
Awesome.
great segue, because I think Alex is ready.
Yes. Hello there. Can you all hear me?
Loud and clear,
Yes.
5x5.
All right. Super. Well, we back in 2020 we were about a month out, and we actually had not announced all of our VIPs yet. So there are actually some that are not publicly known, but we're about to be announced. So we will do a lot better this year with getting all of our announcements out sooner than a month before, which I think the Babs bomb will help. Otherwise, the biggest obstacle that VIP Relations has to overcome is staffing. A lot. I know that every department is very important with staffing levels. You know, making sure there's enough people filling the places that need to be. But VIP Relations does need particular focus because we do need we do need a single person, preferably with every individual in-person guest of honor. It helps organize a lot. We also need people to staff the green room, to clean up and kind of tidy up on there. And of course, one of our biggest needs is autograph room staff. Even though autograph room kind of can run itself, we do of course need people to take payment at the door, and also giving out autograph vouchers, and also shaping the lines to go to each VIP's table. Oh, did that screen just blink away? It doesn't matter.
Yep. It's back.
It blinked and then it came back.
It
Okay, that's
happens.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm excited to actually finally, hopefully, be leading this department, since I was on track to lead it in 2020, and I'm feeling a bit better about doing it with this this long break to get my head around it. Yeah. Let's see here. I believe my second is still around. Haven't heard from him for a while. If I can actually don't recall. Oh, Zabranki. That's right. Zabranki is my second. Austin. May want to get. I think I should get in contact with him soon then to see if he's still on board.
Austin isn't Zabranki. Zabranki is someone completely different. You're thinking of hang on a second here.
We have a Zabroni.
Zabroni, exactly, aka the captain. Yeah, like I said, Zabranki is someone who used to be involved with Con, but no longer is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I must have missed that because I was kind of so separate for a while.
Oh, they sound very
Names are
similar,
hard.
so it makes sense.
Names are hard.
Yeah, I'm much more a face person.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So in the next few weeks, leading into September, I'll get back into Con Crescent, assess the personnel that I have, and then make make decisions on my my second, and then going on from there. Given going on to, or not going on to, but expressing out our staffing needs, because I'm pretty sure VIP relations is a department that requires a large amount of staffing to run well.
And for VIP staffing, what kind of disposition would you desire in those staffers?
I'm glad you asked. Well, you don't necessarily need to have convention experience to. We don't need. We don't necessarily. You don't necessarily need to have convention experience to work in VIP relations. I did not have any convention experience before I joined in 2015. But if we're looking for people who are very kind of, I wouldn't say laid back, but just kind of really kind of easygoing, but also know to work hard. But the biggest thing is being personable. Since you're dealing with VIPs oftentimes face to face for the entire day, it's important that you be a person that does not necessarily put the VIPs on a pedestal, as it were.
What you're saying is treat them like a person, not a god.
That is correct. I've always said to work in VIP relations, you need to knock down the pedestals, and it's mostly, I think it's mostly just personability that makes a good VIP staffer. But also respecting the nature of who they are, but not letting that get in the way of servicing, but also not getting in the way of taking care of yourself, and more importantly, taking care of the convention, because the VIPs are here to do work for us, and they do have what's the word? They do have things they need to do. Responsibilities. They do have responsibilities that they have to fulfill for us, and that is in their schedule.
Contractual obligations, as it happens.
Oh yes, yeah, legally binding obligations. Yes,
they are being paid for it, so
they are being paid for it.
If I may, a little bit, the big requirements, if you're a liaison or handler, depending on how you want to call it, we say liaison is. You need to be sort of quietly competent, able to deal with people, as Alex mentioned. You need to not stand out, because that's just not helping anybody. Make sure that they get what they need from the con, and the con gets what it needs from them. And also, like, for situations like meet and greets, and anytime they're interacting with the public, the ability to kind of quietly, keep things flowing, and get the hardcore stands, give them their moment, but then get them away without feeling like you're shooing them away. That's hugely important, and also, I mean, that does still apply to as well to green room staff, to autograph room staff. Just keeping it human, keeping it competent, keeping it professional. I mean, this is actually one of the reasons why it's commonly said that for VIP or guest relations, that oftentimes it helps even not to be a fan to begin with, because so it's just like someone you're dealing with. Like
you're playing a game of protect the president with someone who you have to put in the position of your best friend.
Not exactly. It's more low key than that. It's you're not the Secret Service, for crying out loud. Just like I said, just keep your cool, be competent, be organized, make sure everyone's getting what they need, and that everyone's kind of having a good time, and still satisfying their requirements.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. I mean, then again, I say that's all there is to it, but I mean, it does take a certain sort of person for that. It's not something just anyone can do.
No.
I would also like to just pipe in real quick and say that with the people that we have staffing for VIPR, like Alex, you are in very good hooves. I will say that.
Oh, thanks, Nathan.
I got you.
And oh, thanks. And to help with the special needs of staffing VIP relations, I did produce a recruitment video just for VIP relations. It might be, I don't know whose computer it might be swimming around in, but I can always send it out again and have it posted online again when we start when we put out the call for volunteers.
We should do that. We should talk with PR and marketing and have that sent out on a regular basis, whether it's like once a week, every other week. Good job with the recruitment video. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was, got into video production a little bit, and so I just decided to do that. But I think it's important that we really don't rely too heavy on putting out that video, because you also kind of want to, I don't know, you don't want to, we talked about stands briefly. You don't want to attract the stands, even though they would get weeded out by me interviewing them. I do want to filter that out, and I think how we can do that is by being a bit more not selective, but not putting out that video that often.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, honestly, the best, while we do want to still put the net out there to try to catch good people, the best source of good people is us, is the staff. Reach out to the people that you think would be good at it, or that have done it at other cons, or you know what I mean.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a great job. Oddly enough, a lot of other con chairs, when they come and help out at BABSCon, end up doing a VIPR as Scott attests.
Alex, your background is getting louder.
It is? Oh yeah, there might be people talking about near me. Sorry.
So, like I said, just reach out in your reach out among your contacts and see who bites. Because, like I said, I mean, if you know how to do the gig, and or you've done something with even more responsibility, it's just it kind of becomes easy breezy while still being kind of cool. And
I guess I actually do want to emphasize that it's actually kind of a not a qualifier, but a bonus if you aren't particularly attached to the show, or even any of the characters on the show, because being that can actually help, because it means you can keep a level head around all of the VIPs.
Right. So reach out to friends if you have sociable friends who enjoy going to events, and just there are people who enjoy volunteering. It doesn't matter as much what the event is, as long as they're a part of it. In another convention I work with, a survey went out just asking, if you couldn't volunteer or staff this event, do you think you'd still have a good time? And there were just a bunch of questions, asking what, basically, what would you do? How would you spend your time? And a lot of people just kind of said, we don't know. I don't know what I would do if I weren't staffing. And well, that weirded out the person who was conducting this survey. I will point out that this is our craft. We like building these events and creating these events so that other people can do what they do. We appreciate this fandom and we enjoy the show, but then we're doing all of this so we can share it with other people. So if you have any friends who may not necessarily enjoy My Little Pony or cartoons or whatever, if they enjoy doing conventions, I give them a little nudge and say, well, you might still have fun building this experience with us.
Indeed.
Anybody have any questions for Alex before we move on to the next topic?
I'm good.
Sweet. I saw Sophie come in. Yeah, Doodle. So hello to Doodle. So we
Hi.
got through IT, Viper PR and marketing, Reg. We still have children's programming, charity auctions, and board people.
And gaming.
Oh, and gaming. Yes, Rick. Hi.
Hello.
Let's see. We've had children's programming up for a while. Is there anything you'd like to touch on at this time? If it's just we exist and we'll be working on content, that is also enough.
Are we still following the space theme?
Yes. Everything.
Yes.
We have.
Oh, we're doing the space theme still.
projects.
Then I got a painting to work on.
We have.
I have a Trekkie uniform to finish.
Guys. Children's programming is on deck.
So we do have projects that were already set up for last con that we were supposed to have in person. So we have we were thinking of doing like little cardboard tube rockets. That's the only one I can remember that's not fully me. So I'm not sure exactly how that one was going to go together. I can look it up and all that stuff, but we are also thinking of something called a golden record. Does anyone know the golden record project?
I am unfamiliar.
Okay, so there was
Not.
a golden record that they sent into space that recorded information, music, all this different stuff, right?
Yeah, that was sent on one of the Voyager spacecrafts, right?
Yes,
And
it
it had
was.
like the word hello in hundreds of different languages, right?
All right.
Had more than just hello. I mean, they have so many. There's so many of them. There's music. There's like things, accounts, and all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff on it. And we were thinking for the kids, we could have like a cutout yellow or goldenrod kind of color circle, and they could either write or draw their favorite part about BABSCon on it to
Nice.
kind of put in the golden record idea. And those were like the two projects that we had that I was sure for. Of course, we'll probably do the face painting again, and go from there. I also had a suggestion that I know it kind of got like lost in our conversation, but I was wondering if we got the like meet the princesses and meet the Apple family. I wonder if we could do that specifically for the kids' room, possibly at some time. Like meet the princesses or meet the Apple family stuff. Because I know it's one that we actually had those panels, but it would be really nice if they had one of those actually for the kids. So they don't have to, travel too far from the room in a sense, right?
Right.
It-
Is that something you would? Sorry.
It's just something that I know about. I know Alex doesn't cosplay, whoever knows Alex. And he says he knows those cosplayers too. So I was thinking if I could talk to him, that'd be fine. Or if anyone knows who they are, if we could get like something arranged, that'd be great.
Okay. And would we need any VIP relations to assist with that?
I don't know how that part works. I'm just
Okay.
It was just a suggestion, but if we could get those actual cosplayers to do it, that would be great. If they need assistance, then they could get that stuff filed out and whatnot.
All right.
I also have about possibly three people that are working with us, but definitely need more. Obviously, can use as
Okay.
many people as we can get.
So we'll put that
And-
down. Need more staffers for children's programming.
Definitely, we always are pretty short on staff. So, but yeah, I do have people here that I do work with. And I think we'll keep our cosplaying. You know, make your own cosplay costume at the ready. And I do have I work at an after school program. So I was wondering if you want to know what we do in the classrooms as guidelines, if you want to put that possibly into the COVID stuff of how we could run the children's room.
Yes, please share that at your
I'll
earliest
figure out
convenience.
some way to do it because I'm not at my own computer right now, but I could put what we usually do and how we do things. So
Okay.
that could be a help. That would be great.
Drop that in Slack at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, I will. What would be the best place to put that? I could send it to Kevin, and he might know better how to do that. But
Okay, great.
yeah,
And just real quick for anybody who needs to onboard people, let me know. All of that, I believe, is confirmed through IT. But we really should have everyone consolidated in Slack so we can all coordinate with each other. That way nobody's blindsided.
okay. So it would be on Slack. There, you want me to put that stuff?
Yes, we should have a channel for children.
Yeah. I use Slack very, very, very little, but okay. Other than that, I guess I want to do a checkup on like the Haven issue project or whatever it's considered. Are we still doing Haven?
Could anybody give me a background on Haven?
Cosplay havens, like the lanterns.
Cosplay Haven for the people who have safe spots for people.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I actually know the guy who originally made it, so I brought it up to Nan, but I don't know if that's still going on or not. I could get flyers and stuff with information though if it needed.
Yeah, that is something that we will want to continue, and I personally need to reach out to Nan because
do you want me to send you actually the person who's started it?
Sure, yes.
I can give you Tenant Cosplay's information. I don't know if I can use his name correctly. He doesn't want his real name out there. Or
That's
his
fine.
fan name or whatever. It's weird.
Yeah, just ping me in Slack. My handle is justjekka, one word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stick it in the side chat so you can
Yeah,
yeah.
because yeah.
That me. Yeah, just any information that you think I should have, I will take a
Should
look at
send it
and
to you.
integrate.
So anything to send to you.
Yes.
Okay. There was one last thing we were talking about in children's programming. I don't know if I don't like the idea. But it was mentioned that we would do like a later night thing for maybe kids like from 12 to 16 that are older. I don't know about that, honestly.
Same. Because children's programming is for younger, but if
Well, it's
any,
12 and under.
well, yeah.
But they were thinking about doing something because later in the night, a lot of those panels are 18 and plus to maybe have something where the ones under 18 could do something in that time.
Okay.
So I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, they wanted to do like a dance party, and I'm like, well, Nahum's there, but you know.
Yeah. Let's that'll be a breakout discussion with, or another meeting with events and programming.
Okay, because those are the stuff I remember from last year right now. So, yeah.
Perfect.
And yeah. So that's I think everything.
All right. One more bullet item in the notes. Discussion for team programming. If we could get that in the notes real quick. Oh, I see. Sorry. You did put that there. I'm blind. Da-da-da-da. Thank you for keeping me on task. All right. If nobody has any questions for children's programming.
Question.
Yes.
I was originally supposed to run a buckball event for the children's programming. I'm not sure if that'll still be happening, but
let us know and we'll fit that into the schedule when we get to schedule.
yeah, it was on the schedule last year, but I wanted to just talk about it and make sure that that like, if you guys still wanted that or how it was going to work.
They seem to enjoy that pretty much. So yeah, I think that's a great.
Okay, I'll contact me after the meeting. Okay.
I'm not sure how.
Like if anything, have Gillian shoot me a message and tell me who to contact.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, I think next we can look at gaming.
Yeah, yep. Yes, this is my time. Yep. Hello. I'm Ricky. I'm in charge of the arcade. Have been since 2016. And yeah, we're pretty good on staffing. We got a tight-knit group of people that have been working the place for years, as I'm sure Juka's aware because she's actually part of the group chat there. And lately I've been working on updating the library of stuff that we have for the arcade, just basically getting the oddities that you would find in the video game world, as well as getting some things that are basically favorites of people in gaming, in the gaming community, but with a little twist on it. So, for example, my most recent purchase was, and can't believe I'm saying this, a Philips CDI. Yeah, that's going to be over at the. Yeah, That's going to be at the. That's going to be at the arcade, and since the CDI has no copy protection, I can basically get the games that we're all thinking of for free, and that's an example of the oddities that I mentioned. Other things is that I've gotten reproduction cartridges of things like Kart Fighter, Seven Granddad, Titanic the NES game, and as for the favorites with a twist, I've gotten cartridges of modifications of, of games like Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64. Examples, I got Dragon Ball Kart, which is basically Mario Kart 64, but with characters from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z as the roster. And also I got another example, I got Mario 64 Star Road, which is basically Mario 64 just completely rebuilt from the ground up with new stages, a new hub world and stuff. And these are all on real cartridges. These are not going to be on an emulator. You can play this on an actual N64 or whatever console that they're for. And yeah, I just did those because I figured that the roster of games that we had just needed a little bit of spicing up. And
that sounds really cool.
And one more thing, I am working on a very special project that was supposed to premiere in 2020 with like its own panel and everything. But it's still gonna happen. It's gonna be in 2022. But yeah, it's still in the works. I'm hard at work on it. And as for events, we got the tournaments for Super Smash Brothers and Them's Fighting Herds, but we also shot the possibility of a small side tournament for that Nicktoons platform fighter that was making the rounds on social media a couple weeks ago. The reason why it did is because apparently it's supposed to be getting things like like rollback netcode, which is something that Smash Brothers has been like lacking, and because of that, people started paying attention to it, and people are starting to think this might actually be a good game. What? And now people are like saying like, see my day one Reptar and stuff like that. So we're thinking that if the hype of it still is going on after its release in April 2022, that we might host a small side tournament for those who might be interested.
Cool. Could you monitor the hype on that and like update marketing periodically in case we could use that for our own promotional purposes?
Absolutely. I'll be in touch with marketing stuff in terms of things like promotional posters. I even had like this idea of making a short video featuring like con mascots that could play before the tournaments, like as when people are like checking in, that could so that they could understand like some game terminology like DI or directional influence, because I always go about these tournaments assuming that this is the first one for most of the people signing up, and it's the safest assumption to make because most people don't show up for tournaments. They show up for ponies. So if they just like see this as I think, oh, this could be fun to try out, yeah, like they could need like a little bit of direction. And that also goes for people that are watching, because since me and a couple other people are already like so experienced with watching and playing fighting game tournaments, that we know all this terminology, but they don't. So a quick little maybe 3-minute tutorial video of what this terminology means could be helpful for them.
Right. I
Like
needed
it
a
could.
crash course from all of you
Mm-hmm.
when I started doing commentating.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have any questions for gaming at this time?
Not so much a
And
question, but I did want to actually bring something up. If the hype for that Nickelodeon fighting game is still real, and by the time it's released, if you do have a tournament, that could probably bring in a couple more people to attend the convention who would mostly be there to play the game, because I've got a couple friends that have been looking forward to the game. And I could basically say, hey, at this convention they'll be holding the game. Bear in mind, if the hype is still real around the time it's released, and if they are, so yeah, I do want to at least point out it's a good idea to bring in that Nickelodeon game because it's got a lot of meme power behind it. So I can yeah.
Memes have been kind of also a driving force behind why I made most of my purchases this year. So it would honestly be really fitting.
Yeah, do not underestimate the power of the meme.
Exactly.
So Rick, would there be any questions from gaming of anyone else in this meeting?
I
You
had
can also just put
something.
yeah.
I had something lined up in my head and now I forgot. I'm sorry.
You can drop it in the side chat when or if you remember it, and we can address it then or offline. I think all the departments have been
I guess
addressed
quick.
at this point.
I guess like quick question for the rest of you actually. Like in 2019, in 2020 we were planning on hosting the final rounds of Smash and Them's Fighting Herds on the main stage with like the big projectors and like the live commentary and all the like. Would that still be happening in 2022?
That's something we'll want to cross-check, I think, with
E&P.
say again?
I think that's a question for E&P because I know
Yes.
we've already got questions in the chat to some extent asking, hey, what rolls over from previous or from the 2020 to 2021 and on to 2022?
Yes, definitely events and programming, and then also concerts.
Yeah.
Just I want to make
Right,
sure that we
we
don't have
learned-
like info silos, so nobody's blindsided.
Right, and just throwing that out there, we did learn from our mistakes from 2019. So like we reduced the amount of matches that would be on the main stage accordingly, so that we would be able to fit the time frame.
Nice.
Right.
Perfect. All right. How many people do we have in? How many viewers do we have right now, Nathan?
6 or 5, depending on which device I look at.
Okay. Any questions from chat at this time?
The only comment or the only questions we've really had, one was asking when we're having in-person meetings again, which sort of got addressed with a soon TM response.
Yeah.
And we have somebody saying, I'm waiting for the musician signups, and I'm not sure if those actually will be opening up. That's something that we'll have to talk about with EMP Music.
Yes. And also there's let's see. So at least half of you know that I'm coming from the design team. I've worked on the con book for the past 3 years, and due to the aforementioned information silos where we all get very entrenched in our own department's information, it can be difficult to reach across department lines. So we've had a lot of kerfuffles and miscommunications that have led to inadvertently giving offense and feelings being hurt, and that's something that I am working on resolving. I don't want anyone to feel that well, for myself, I want everybody to feel that they can talk to me. If you're frustrated about something, please talk to me. If you're angry, same thing. If you feel that you are not being heard, please talk to me. I do not want to alienate anybody. If I'm doing something that makes anybody feel alienated, let me know. I will talk, if you're comfortable talking through Slack, Discord, if you prefer voice chat, I will accommodate. And then likewise, if I feel like we're not understanding each other through one of the mediums, I'll request we use the other. Because I think we've all had that situation where I'm gonna pick on my brother. He and I recently had a scuffle, and we were in a phone call, and we ended the phone call. I took a breath, and then reevaluated where I messed up, where I introduced confusion, and then I messaged him and apologized for my part, and then we were able to move around that. So I understand, where different mediums might work better in different situations. And also, if we're messaging back and forth and my words read as hostile, then we might want to move to voice chat so that I can stop sounding so proper or whatever I'm doing wrong. But yeah, as we have in the notes, doors open, please, let's talk. I want to make sure everybody feels safe and empowered to do what everyone's here to do. So if
Right,
anybody
I
has
just
any-
remembered.
Yeah.
I just remembered what I wanted to say earlier.
Awesome.
So Juka's familiar with him already, but I got a buddy who's based out of Tennessee who owns his own esport company, and he was also the arcade lead for BronyCon, so he's very much into the fandom and its shenanigans, and he is providing the most of the Switch setups that we're going to be using for Smash Brothers, as well as at least one PC setup for them's fighting herds. But he has also said that if the hype for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is still real, that's the name of the other game, that he would gladly provide Switch copies of the game for that tournament. So we're pretty covered in terms of tournament infrastructure right now.
Nice.
Shout out to that dude.
Very much so. So anybody have any general questions, comments, concerns?
Do we need to take a head count of who's going to Max's?
Oh my.
Oh.
I forgot.
I love you,
forgot
Nathan.
one thing for my department, we usually do a scavenger hunt,
Mm-hmm.
so that could be put down there too. Trying to set up another scavenger hunt again. So yeah, sorry about that.
And for in person, that the head count for Max has reminded me. We are still needing we still don't have a bite on hotel liaison. I'll just come out and say that, and that's a very important position we need filled.
Oh, what was that again?
Hotel liaison. We are still lacking someone to bite on that position. I have a couple current hotel liaisons for other events reaching out, but if anybody knows somebody with experience in being hotel liaison, we definitely need one before we can make any decisions on in-person meetings or, when our hotel blocks open.
You heard it here first. Or you heard it here first, folks. Want to help out with us? We need you.
I'm not going to even pretend I know everything that goes into it. I've ridden a sidecar with people doing a hotel liaison, and it's it feels like a whole convention in itself. So that's just to say I really respect people who do who fill that position, and I will not I won't pretend that I understand. Aside from the superficial, I will not pretend that I understand that job. I am fully secure in myself saying that one is above me. So if we are all content with the information that's been shared today, we can wrap up now. Just one last call for questions, comments, concerns.
Yes, Jessica, I appreciate you sharing the values that you want to perpetuate through this year. I think having that kind of mission statement like expression of what you want to accomplish as chair and also going into staff in general, I think really helps us a lot.
Thank you.
We get a light smattering of applause for Jessica.
Thank you.
I also have one last thing.
Mhm.
By the way, come to Babs.
Please do. We're doing
It's
this
a lot of fun.
been there all years, and yeah, if anyone needs to know about staffing and to have fun, it's possible. more
Yeah,
people, more people we get for staff, the more fun we could have.
Many hands or hooves make light work. Some of the MLP characters have hands, don't they?
Well, dragons do. Or are
Yeah,
they
Griffins
claws?
have
do.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we talking purely equestria girls, and yeah, they got hands.
Pretty sure Lyra has a pair or two, right?
foam
Magically
fingers, maybe?
constructed.
Perhaps foam fingers.
Somebody's
got to see, somebody should have seen that artwork piece by this point.
Yes.
All right. I think that covers everything. Anybody still following along at home? If you have any questions for us, you can email, check the website for whomever you need to contact. You can reach out to us on
Discord.
socials. Yeah, on Discord, and we are on Twitter and Instagram, and we're looking at other
Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, Facebook, yes. But yeah, if you see us on the socials, shoot us a message and we will do our best to answer any questions or assimilate you if you're interested in working with us. Which I must emphasize is we're all volunteers. Okay, so I do hereby call this meeting finished.
Have a
Alrighty.
good day, everyone.
Woo.
Have a nice day.
Have a good rest of your